In this example, we're going to again solve by completing the square, but notice the number in front of x squared is not 1. All right, so the first step is we want that number in front of x squared to be 1. Well, to get it to be 1, all we got to do is divide everything by 2. Divide both sides of the equation by 2. So when I do that, we get this. That cancels. We get x squared plus 5x minus a half. Remember, 0 over any number is 0. Now we're right back to what we did in the past video. Add a half to both sides. Those add up to 0. And we get x squared plus 5x. Leave a space to complete the square. And this adds up to a half. Now we complete the square. Take half of 5, take half of the number in front of x, which in this case is 5, and square that. Well, when I square that, 5 squared is 25, 2 squared gives us 4. So I now add 25 over 4 to both sides. Now, this part here, you're going to say, wow, how does that factor? Again, as I explained in the last video, this always factors to x plus half of this number. Half of that number is 5 over 2. So this factors 2x plus 5 over 2 squared. It works that way every time. Here, I got to multiply a half by 2 over 2. In order to add, we need a common denominator. So this gives me 2 over 4 plus 25 over 4 gives me 27 over 4. Just add those. Now we use the square root property. We take the square root of both sides. When you take the square root of a square, they cancel. We get x plus 5 over 2. Don't forget your plus and minus. Over here we get plus and minus. The square root of 27 over the square root of 4. But remember, the square root of 4 is 2. So I wrote it like this. Now, just about our last step is subtract. Get x by itself. Subtract 5 over 2 from both sides. And we get x is equal to minus 5 over 2 plus and minus the square root of 27 over 2. These have a common denominator, so we can put them together. And we get x equals minus 5 plus and minus root 27 all over 2. And that is the solution.